Hello and welcome to Stoneblock 4. It's my current series going on. If you haven't seen the other episodes, check out the playlist on my channel. Hopefully you do enjoy, and if you do and you check me out, or you keep coming back and you're not yet, feel free to subscribe, leave the video a like, and maybe even leave a comment of things you want me to play next. Enjoy the video! But between episodes, I've done a little bit of work. You may notice this new glass pipe here, this glass cabling. We'll get to that in just a second. The main thing is that I have upgraded this. I have linked both my world engine and my base power up to one biofuel crusher, and it's producing quite a lot. I have doubled the amount of mushrooms that we are producing. And also, I have upgraded these by quite a bit. In all of these, it now has a chainsaw instead of an axe. These are all broken, it looks like, but it's working just fine. I might need to break these, put them back down, but that's fine. All of these have been changed. And that is, unless that undid it, it did break it. Okay, so we're gonna have to do it again. But what I had done is I had enchanted these, and they also have a chainsaw, which is an unbreakable axe. Which means that I never have to worry about swapping the axe out anymore, or anything like that. And these can also be enchanted. This one now has Fortune 4 and Unbreaking 5. Fortune 4 and Unbreaking 5. Silk Touch and Unbreaking. Unbreaking and Fortune. So yeah, these can only be enchanted with 3 enchants, and that is Unbreaking, Silk Touch, and Fortune. So that allows us to get quite a bit more of the items, in addition to increasing the number of items possibly dropped by increasing the Silk Touch. So Silk Touch allows it to not only get us the brown or red mushrooms, but also the mushroom tops and mushroom stems, which are also able to be broken down into biofuel. I have run out of levels, so that is all we will enchant right now. Let's put these down. Okay. I don't know why they broke, but I'll have to look into that. What I might end up doing is, instead of enchanting the pot, I will enchant the chainsaws, because then it's not if I break it, it loses its enchantment. Because I'm pretty sure, yeah, this one's enchanted with Fortune 3 and Unbreaking. If I break it and pick it up, yeah, it loses the enchantment. So I will take all the chainsaws out at some point and re-enchant everything. But for right now, this will work. We have a stockpile of 9.7 thousand biofuel, so this is working just fine. Half of this power is coming from this half, and half of it's coming from this half, but it doesn't combine ever, so it doesn't put this power into the world engine, and the world engine never gets powered into my base. This one item is the only thing powered by both. Now, I've increased the number of biogenerators that I have on either side. It's still currently my most effective form of power. That might change. I might go into messing around with power again, but I don't know yet. And I've set up Draconic Infusion so that I can start working on better gear. I've got everything up to Wyvern. I just need 8. I have a 9th so that I can actually get this whole thing started. And I think that's everything I've done over here. I've increased the size of my smeltery so that it can actually hold more things, so that I can get more slates and stuff through it. It is both longer and taller. So there's that. I did accidentally end up killing a bunch of animals. I was doing some currency grinding so that I could do whatever I did up there. I'll show that in just a second. But during all that, I messed up a little bit, and I ended up swinging and taking out some of my pets. Alright, now that this is all linked up, I forgot to do this. We will chunk load everything so that that stuff actually continues working when I'm not here. Didn't realize that that was not already done. I set up this guy to be sifting through other rock, because other rock is what gets me raw replica. And raw replica, I need the replica ingots in order to make some of the higher tier stuff, like the matter tanks from replica. I need it to get into the replication mod itself, which is basically this mod's version of AE, or not AE, EMC is replica. But I also need it, I needed it in order to get the fusion crafting core, and I'll need it in order to get the energy condenser, and the higher level antimatter relays. So, I just have that going. Ooh, another dog. I have done quite a bit of work. It took me quite a bit of time, actually. Because I came back from vacation on Friday, so yesterday, or not yesterday, 2 days ago, I did not have time to work on stuff during last week. This is netherite. I don't know if I did that last episode or not. My end chest is still porting everything in. I created a reforging table for when I finally get the ability to use it, because right now I still don't have access to Godforged Pearls. Godforged Pearls I have to craft with 10,000 source, 9 million FE, and I need a couple upgrades that I don't have. Just one upgrade. The upgrade that we're currently working on is what I need in order to get Godforged Pearls. Can also get them from this Gate Pearl, which I can craft only once I get Godforged Pearls and start infusing Dragon's Breath. I can also get it if I want to by spending 150 the currencies. I did go through and kill some bosses in order to get coins. Just these 5 bosses here, or 6. I did kill the Ender Chicken again. I was going to go through and do the Apothecarist, the Priest, the Pyromancer, and the Cryomancer, but the reward is 10 coins, and it costs 50 per pearl to get, so it's not worth it unless I want their gear, and I don't particularly want their gear because my gear is currently my best. So there's that, but in killing a couple bosses, I did get this unique spell book, so it did give me more Iron Spells Books mana. So I have a different array of spells equipped at the moment, but I hardly use them, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, now on to what I did and why there's this pipe here. So, we're going to go up facing this way. Whoops. So, I decided that I was a little tired of picking and choosing which chickens I had. So, I currently have all of the chickens. So there are 91 chickens, resource chickens, in this mod. So I have 91 roosts and 91 storage drawers over here, and I crafted all of the chickens I could. So currently there are 8 chickens that I do not have. Most of them are tier 9, 2 of them are tier 6, and 1 of them is tier 8. And I think we'll try and craft these today, but only if we have time. We're going to focus on the actual quests first. And in order to get all these to work, I needed garden closures. And this is still an ineffective system. Only, like, these first, like, 6 chickens actually have any feed in them. So I'm going to need a lot more garden cloches if I want this to function. But I don't currently have any immersive engineering stuff active. So I can't, like, craft a bunch of these. So we might go into that today. I currently have to buy my garden cloches, and they're 40 currency apiece. We'll just call these cents. They're 40 cents a piece. I currently have 20 of them, which cost me 800, I think. It cost me 800. But it cost me a lot. I spent all of my coins, and then I killed a bunch of bosses and did some small quests to get back up to 200. So that took quite a bit out of me. So that's one thing. Yeah, we have every possible one, whether they're useful or not. Like, we have string chicken. All of the dye chickens are up here. Everything is going into this access point, which is sending everything to this storage controller with an external storage bus. And it's putting them into drawers. So most of our items have 64 items in it. I think 64 or 128. But we have a couple items with a lot more, like our purple dye is at 6,000. Our eggs are at 10 to 12,000. Or 10 to 24. I have a lot more lava eggs than I thought. None of this removed what I had done downstairs. So down here, I just removed the chickens, but I kept these drawers in place, so these are all still linked to my system. This is where it's pulling most of the main everything from. So I want to get a bunch of garden cloches up and running, a bunch more garden cloches up and running, and I want to get to tier 9 seeds. Tier 9 seeds requires tier 9 chicken souls, which requires Awakened Draconium. And Awakened Draconium requires a dragon heart. So this is what we need to focus on. I need Ether Gas and I need Fortron. Unless I can somehow get an Ender Dragon prediction. And I don't think there's any way for me to spawn the Ender Dragon except through random data model rolls. Because these are the ones I can buy, and none of those are the Ender Dragon. But there is something we can do. But the first thing that I'm going to do is, one, we're going to claim all these quests. Gives us a couple coins. Just small things I had done over time. And now we are going to focus in here. We are going to do the Draconic Core quest, and then we might go do the Ancient Portal. Because last time we completed the Twilight Forest line, let us focus on the main line, and once we get to this middle section, it might take us a lot more. so we might jump over here to get another thing completed. So I have crafted everything that we need. We need the 4 energy cores, the 4 energy core stabilizers, the energy core, and then the 4, what is it? Crystal matrix blocks. So crystal matrix is in my auto crafting, the core is in my auto crafting, and the energy core stabilizer is in my auto crafting. We have everything to craft these. I just went ahead and did it automatically. That gets us a gift of pebble, which is an item vault. Okay, and now we'll go back to hub and we'll go talk to the wormrite. Let's go talk to wormrite. Okay. Now for your second upgrade. This one's a little more volatile. The Void is a tricky force to control, even for Elder Dragons, but a mythical species like the Leviathans should contain enough Void energy to power your world engine. Kill one and bring its unborn offspring to your world engine. To forge Resonant Void, you'll need concentrated sources of Void energy and alloys strong enough not only to contain that power, but to channel it through your world engine as a stable, usable force. So we will need to craft some stuff. It is tempting to get this efficiency out on tier 9. Or this ultimate tier installer. But we're not going to do that. We're going to leave that alone. So that completed this quest. So let us auto-build this upgrade. I don't exactly know what it does. I don't know what the upgrade does necessarily, because I don't think it actually achieves anything, because I don't think it creates an energy core. It'd be cool if it does. Oh, it does. Interesting. Yeah, but there's no energy actually going into it. So, I could put my Tesseract on this, but I would need a second Tesseract to pull energy out of it. So I could put my Tesseract on this and it would just store the energy, but I don't think that that stored energy actually comes into this. Unless it does, and I could be entirely wrong. But I could make one more Tesseract, 2 more Tesseracts, and put it on the top and bottom, and be like, put energy in, pull energy out. We could do that. That wouldn't be too complicated, but it's not necessary, so there's not really a reason to do it. But it's the same thing with, like, this ender cell that's over here. It's back here, but it doesn't actually store any power, because there's no reason to. It's just an upgrade that we have in here. So we need, within the ocean ring, there's a creature that has been touched by the void. Good luck. You'll need an abyssal sacrifice to activate the altar. The items required to craft it can be acquired from the Colossus Gateway of Eternity. So we need an abyssal sacrifice. So we need a chunk of coral or crystallized coral. Okay. I can't even craft this. I need it from a deepling or a deepling priest or a deepling warlock. Okay. Interesting. So we will need this pearl, which means I'll need 4 water essence, everything else I have craftable. 2 focus of water, 8 knowledge bands, 1 water bangle, 1 music disc. Just requires a lot of power. So let's go home and make that a autocraft. This pearl will be an autocraft in the world engine, which is this right up here. And then we just need water essence. We have 1. How do I make water essence? A bucket of water, a snow block, a kelp, and a source gem in my imbuement chamber. Do I have an imbuement chamber? No. Is my imbuement chamber this thing? Yes. Okay. We will finally take this back. And we will have to make a thing for ours. Do I have the required pedestals? I have a source relay. Do not. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so I will need Ars Nouveau. It is like a pedestal or something. The imbuement chamber, not the source relay. God, what is this thing called? Source link. Collector, scribe, arcane pedestal. I need 3 arcane pedestals. Okay. Okay, got a loot bee. The loot bee gave me pretty much nothing, but that's fine. How many source gems do I have? A few, but not a lot. I need 3 of these, which means I need 3 water buckets. Alright, give me 3 buckets. 3 buckets of water. I'll need snow, but that should be fine because I do have a snow chicken. So it is kelp, snow block, water bucket. Do I have any kelp? I have a little bit. Can I grow this? In a cloche I can. That's not going to happen. I'm not wasting a cloche on some kelp. Okay, 3 kelp, 3 water buckets, and then 3 pieces of snow. I have 2, and then I can craft 1. Okay. So, all the way over here is where we'll do it. I need my imbuement chamber. I need arcane pedestals. It will be a water bucket, block of snow, a piece of kelp, and a source gem. Within 1 block. God damn it. Why is it so specific? Okay. Kelp, water, snow. It needs source nearby, volcanic source link, turn off the magnet. We will grab some vexing archwood. We will throw it on the ground. Increase its source, which is still really slow. I think I need my Dominion wand, actually. Well, I accidentally canceled it. Let me find a source jar. We'll do this. There we go. Now the source is actually helping the craft. Okay, it doesn't consume these. That's good. I thought it totally consumed those and that I was just going to be out of luck. I just lose one of 3 of each of these items. But thank goodness that is not the case. Alright, that was a full stack of vexing archwood logs. Okay. We will let this fill up. And I will request this pearl. I do have an Enderman gateway and a gateway of the Emerald Grove. But let's not worry about that right now. Okay, 1 gate pearl. Now, this is going to be complicated. I'll need an atomic forge as well. Okay, I can work on that. That's not too complicated. And promethium, that'll take a second, but we'll get to that. We'll get to that in a little bit. We are going to get this from the Leviathan. So I will get a music disc, an abyssal egg, and tidal claws from the Leviathan. Okay. Now then. An amethyst crab and 2 death tomes. 2 amethyst crabs and 2 Cindaria. A coral golem, 4 rogue water mages, and 6 stray. And then the Coralsis cataclysm boss. So I need to pick a place to fight a boss in. You know what's actually a pretty good place to fight a boss in? The ring that we fight the Ender Chicken in. I feel like this is a pretty good spot to fight in. We will summon the Gate Pearl. We'll use my bow to start off. Okay, 1 crab down. Oh yeah, the books. Oh, this is fixed again, so now I can't even be in there. Okay, hold on. Let me kill this crab that's out here, and then I'll teleport back into the ring. Let me just run up here, and then we'll jump into the ring, or not. Okay. Now that we're in the ring, we can actually fight these effectively. Okay. You know, at one point, this was a this would probably have been a complicated fight. But mages don't do a lot of damage to me. Nothing really does a lot of damage to me anymore. You know what, if this is a mage fight, let me just cast some magic at him. Okay, I got some hoppers. I'm getting so many of these athames that I need. Even a heavenly one. And some crab meat. And a dragonfire specerit gem. He's the one that dealt the most damage to me. He got me down to 9 rows of hearts instead of 10. How fun. Okay, that gave me 8 more water essence, so I could do this again. It got me the coral chunk. 2 focuses of water. And the athame. Amethyst crystal crab. Okay. Press the not bound to fire amethyst clusters around you that damages entities. Okay. And can I use the athame for anything besides making the abyssal sacrifice? Doesn't look like it. Great. Well, if I need to fight that again, I can. Well, yeah, of course that's out of range. I don't know why I even tried that. Let's go home. And dump all this in here. Oh, I forgot to equip my casting assistance device. Well, didn't need it. Let's throw everything out of my inventory. Except the crab meat. I actually want that. Okay. Apparently I can bless it in the altar of amethyst. Interesting. Okay. Eating the crab meat gives me regeneration. And I can bless it at a later point in time once I figure out how to do that. Okay. Now we just need to craft the abyssal sacrifice. I am missing most of this. Let me teach my system how to do amethyst. Amethyst. There we go. Block of amethyst in my crafter. Okay. So now I just need a Heart of the Sea, which I can buy. Really? I have to buy it? Okay, that's fine. Alright, which guy? Enchanter. I hate that some of these things I have to buy or go through this, like, really long process if I don't want to buy it. Like, just let me craft this stuff. I am gonna grab 3. Just because I might want to fight the Leviathan again in the future. And it would be better to have it than not have it. Because the Leviathan is a repeatable bounty board quest. So, that works. Okay, now craft the Abyssal Sacrifice. Okay, so now I need to locate the Leviathan. I got the teleporter shards. Let's see, which direction have I explored the least? West, apparently. Nothing has been over to the west, so we will use the west shard. I need a teleporter. Okay. We will craft a teleporter. It is going to use an unlinked ender shard, which is fine. I have a couple of those. Over here in this room is where we're going to put it. Teleporter, Ocean West. We'll stand on it. Have to crouch on it. This teleporter doesn't have an ender shard. Yeah, the one I'm teleporting to doesn't. I'm aware of that. Okay. Leviathan. No, is it called the water bubble? Water orb. Okay. One is directly to the west of us. So west was the right direction to pick. We'll go with the hammer. We will shift this to small tunnel, and we will mine. Oh yeah, I haven't mined out to the ocean yet, so mossy cobblestone is not in my thingy. We'll grab my torches. We will turn on the light overlay. Alrighty. I forget how effective this mining is. It's a little laggy because of how much I'm loading right now, but that should fix itself relatively shortly. That was my last torch. Alrighty. Wandering trader spawned in this tunnel. Somewhere in this tunnel. Okay. Are they above me or below me? I am at Y of 131. They're at negative 16. The squid's at a higher level, though. So it should be around here somewhere. But it is below me. I'm hearing something. We are going to use this to teleport us. And of course I blah 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 blah. This keeps teleporting me above the thing. So we are going to set a waypoint at the Wandering Trader so that I can teleport lower. Okay, look at that. I found the ocean dungeon. Okay, we don't need this. Now we just need to run around in the ocean dungeon until we find the Leviathan. Apparently I'm under the ocean dungeon? No, I'm to the side of it. Oh, shadow beasts, yay. Is this all underwater? I guess that makes sense. I'm gonna need some ability to breathe underwater. Okay, we will set a teleport. Ocean dungeon. And then we'll teleport home. Okay. So I need water breathing. I can bring a bunch of wind charges. I have infinite of those. I could bring a charm of water breathing. That I can make unbreakable in the infusion, but requires exactly 100. That could work. I could make a water breathing upgrade from just dire things. That might be best. So, just dire things. If I get some Eclipse alloy and I make an Eclipse alloy helmet, and then I can use my reforging table to make it the same rarity as my pants. I can then put a water-breathing upgrade in it. Yeah, that would work. Okay, let's make some Eclipse alloy. I need a couple blocks of netherite. So, we are going to teach my system how to make a block of netherite. Which seems like such a waste of netherite, if I'm honest. Netherite. I have a lot of netherite armor. Not what I need, though. I need 4 more blocks of netherite. Shouldn't take my system too long to craft them. Yeah, there we go. And then I need a chorus fruit, which is actually being made by one of my chickens. Oh, I forgot to look at what the chorus inhibitor. Let me look at my relics. Killing the bosses gave me a couple relics. I think this is the only one I haven't looked at, and the Elytra booster. Okay. Let's see what these do. Just in case they're helpful, we'll see what they do. Using a chorus fruit teleports the wearer to a block along the line of sight within 18 blocks, then goes on cooldown for 9.4 seconds. So it's not very useful. Using any combustible fuel that would work in a furnace on the relic in the inventory replenishes its internal buffer, which has a maximum capacity of 76 units. Activating the ability where flying with an elytra gradually increases the player's flight speed up to 21 blocks per second, consuming fuel from the internal buffer. That would be good if I had an elytra. So those are both useless to me. Okay. I just made the Shadow Pulse goo, because it's stuff I already all had. It's Dragon's Breath, Endstone, and Ender Pearls. I'm making infinite Dragon's Breath, infinite Ender Pearls, and infinite Endstone, so that one was easy. We feed it a chorus fruit, put the netherite on it, and it will slowly turn these into Eclipse alloy. Between streams, I'll probably level up my enchanting setup, because currently we're at 40%, but we could be at 100% on everything, because it's not that hard to get to, honestly. Okay. Shapeless, please. There we go. 18 is definitely more than enough. Let me look at Eclipse. Is it the helmet that goes in? Yes. Now, the Eclipse alloy stuff does not have... what am I trying to say? It doesn't have durability. But what it does is it uses forge energy. So we will need this. I think that's it. The Eclipse alloy sword does a decent amount of damage, but my sword will always do more than that. So let's make an Eclipse alloy helmet. And then I need the water breathing upgrade, which requires pufferfish. Should have fish. Alright. Hold on. Let me get a fishing rod, and before I go too far, we'll upgrade it. Lure and unbreaking. That works. Okay. Wonder if I can apotheosis enchant a fishing rod to be better. That would be interesting. Alrighty, the most boring part about this is just sitting here and waiting. Yeah. Do. I got one fish. Okay, I need at least two. I know that I'll have to do a bunch of fishing offline, especially if I want to max out my hearts. We're currently at 9 rows and half a heart. I am going to look into the heart containers. They just updated the pack, which allows me to turn wither skeleton skulls into wither bones. So I don't need to set up a wither skeleton farm. I just need to set up the ability to auto-make wither skeleton skulls, which is not complicated. I can buy the prediction, and then we just need to make the prediction. 2 pufferfish, water-breathing module. We'll come over here. It now has water breathing on it. And then I want Reforge tablets, Sigil of Rebirth. I'll make 24 of them, and then I need Arcane Sands. Okay. I need more enchantment levels, but which of these is the best? Okay, when attacked, inflict blindness. Magic damage is reduced. When attacked, cast Wither Skull, but only 1 slot. How many gems do I have? I have 2. So this one would probably be best. Projectile damage taken is reduced by 19%. When attacked, inflict blindness. What's my current one? Blindness, lightning damage reduction, and then enchantments. But yeah, this one's probably the best. I should just get a teleporter to my mob farm so that I don't have to keep doing this run. Okay. Sure, 200. That'll do. Let's go enchant this helmet and equip some gem slots into it. And then I need some way of getting energy onto it. Okay. We have Protection 4, Projectile Protection 5, Respiration 3. Sure. That'll be okay. And then I think there's a quest line. Yes, I know, I went to the dungeon. And in gearing up all the way down here. I need to make the Celesta Gem armor as well. But in power, yes, over here. Wireless power. So there's the player transmitter, the power items in my inventory. So I need to make player transmitters. So we are going to go in here and say, hey, I need a player transmitter. Start with starter. I will need a player aerial pearl, but we'll get to that. That was blazing. So hardened, blazing, niotic, spirited, nitro. And the only reason we have to use this is because I can't get into Flux networks. It's a little unfortunate, but I can't actually do Flux networks. It does need a player aerial pearl, which means we need an aerial pearl, which we have to buy. God damn it. Okay. But in here, we can throw on in all of our player transmitters. It's going to be a really ugly placement, but that's fine. The one downside to the extended pattern providers is that you can't shift-click into them. Okay, so I need to go buy an aerial pearl from the Wayfinder. They're just having me waste chronoton energy. That's all this is. Wayfinder, give me an aerial pearl. I can also buy the elytra from him. But I don't really... I don't need the elytra. I could get a compact machine. No, it's fine. Just the one aerial pearl, please. Teleport home. I need a zombie. So we will drop down here. Come over here to this little base here, and we will break some torches. Hold on. Did my backpack... Am I eating the golden apples? No, stop eating the golden apples. Eat the infinite ham. I need flight. I swear. Okay. This room is now deadly. I will run away. All the way to the end of my base here. Then we'll turn back around. And then run all the way back and see if any zombies have spawned. I see a spider. Four punches from my fist kills spiders now. I think that's interesting. Now, I know I could just run over to my mob farm, but I don't really want to. It's so much effort. They have to turn off the add-on, or the mob killer, and then I have to... Okay, zombie. Okay. This darn spider. Luckily I got the player aerial pearl before the spider decided to try and ruin that. One downside to so many mods with so many effects is that my Apotheosis gear has way, way, way more things it can do. And normally that'd be a good, that would be a good thing, but with the spells, I can't predict it. I've had several really good pieces of gear that I wanted to use, but they had the spell evasion on it, and I tried to use it. But the spell evasion randomly teleports you if you're about to get hit. And I couldn't keep up with it. Because I would be like going into swing and then the enemy was going to hit me. And then I'd teleport away and then I had no idea where I was. Okay. Let's make a blazing one. Okay, we can make a blazing. Can we make a niotic one? We can. Can I make a nitro one? We're missing 6 spirited crystals. Well, that's an easy fix. Grab me an emerald block and we're good to go. Make me that... I mean, a niotic player transmitter would be amazing. Okay. Spirited crystal. Get me a... not niotic, a nitro. Nitro player transmitter? Yeah. I also have a nitro battery. Which doesn't seem to work. Oh, there we go. Now it works. Okay, we'll put the battery in my curio slots. We'll put it in the teleporter, why not? We will put some gems in this helmet. And we will put a niotic player transmitter, or nitro player transmitter. It will be over in this jumbled mess of machines over here. I do need a card. A binding card. Which needs a blank card. So I need a binding card. I will bind it to me. It is now bound to me. We will then grab some Apotheosis gems. The ones I currently have in my helmet are the Gem of the Warlord, but we do have some perfect gems down here. So the perfect gem can't go in my helmet. I did find this flawless Ender Surge gem, which just does a +1 level to all existing enchantments, which is pretty good. Perfect solar gem doesn't do anything in my helmet. Ignore 15% of magic damage and heal for the same amount. That might be good to have. And then Gem of the Warlord, +15% damage. Okay. Yeah, overall this helmet isn't fantastic, so we'll go ahead and put this stuff in it. 15% damage, 15% damage. Ignore 15% of all magic damage and heal for the same amount. So we'll go ahead and put that on. My armor is reduced by a lot. I don't know if you can see that down there. But I go from... what is that? 10... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... 6.5. So 16.5 armor to 14. So it's not too massive of it, but my armor toughness also goes down by quite a... Actually, my armor toughness goes up. This helmet's a little bit better, I guess. I will be back for this. We'll throw it in this chest over here for now. But I also now have Soul Ward, which is nice. Okay. I think we're good. So now I should be able to breathe underwater so that we can do the Leviathan quest. My helmet should be constantly charged, and so should my battery if I'm ever too far away. I mean, if this thing ever loses power, which it shouldn't. It is currently draining all of my power. Oh, that's because it stores 2 billion FE. Okay. So yeah, that's just gonna slowly keep charge. And then we will... Alchemical bag empty? It is! Fantastic. Okay. Let's head back to the ocean dungeon. Okay, it's really dark in this dungeon. Hopefully we don't need the night vision. How much does it cost to make the night vision upgrade? Nothing at all. Okay. Let's go make the night vision upgrade before I get too ahead of myself. Okay. So I want this upgrade here. I need an upgrade blank, which I don't have, so let me grab some iron blocks. Give me 10. Okay. This thing wants more chorus fruit. Chorus fruit, iron. Okay. Fine, all that. Let's go ahead and make a little bit more because those upgrades are going to become pertinent eventually. I might be switching over to a better bow once I get God-forged pearls. Okay. We will smelt the ferrocore. We will make this night vision upgrade. We will put it in my helmet. So now I should be under the effect of night vision. I am! Fantastic. Okay, now let's go back. Just bouncing back and forth. I need to make up my mind. Okay. Now we can do this. We have a chest here. I do want to be lockpicking these chests. Yeah, because they have Mobius fuel. And that's about all I care about in there. A wooden sword. Nothing in there that I want. Turtle eggs. Deepling brutes. I don't know how I'm doing fire damage in this circle to them underwater, but I am. Let me grab some stuff. Jeez. Glow ink sack. Alright, let me go get this guy's spawner. Wide area of effect with my bow. I hate these little guys too. I remember them from when I played Ocean Block on my own time. Let me break the spawner. Jesus. I just really didn't want me to break that spawner. Okay. A Heart of the Sea, infused dragon's breath. Yes. Infusing dragon's breath is not something I'm able to do yet. Corrosive Crag. Okay. I don't know if I needed to know that guy's name. I don't know. Corrosive Crag doesn't really do any damage to me. But he is annoying. Okay, luckily I got to break that before they came after me. Let me guess, there's another one of their spawners over here. This is the Abyssal Sludge spawner. Apparently I need Aqua Affinity because I am just failing. I got a stick though. Woo. Abyssal Sludge is dead. Okay. There's this chest right here. Enchanted Golden Apple. Executional Boreal Blade of the Slayer. That might be my new weapon, to be honest. It looks like it's got some pretty good stats. We'll have to look into that once we get back to base. I can't really swap my weapons in the middle of a dungeon. Because I don't have any of my gems in it. chemical upgrade. Black steel pickaxe. Okay. An ender core, jellyfish necklace, bronze, invar. Okay. A rift minotaur. I'm pretty sure these are like rift enemies, and I am in the ocean, not the rift. So I don't know. Nautilus shell. There's like not really anything super good for me in there. Okay, here's another one of those chests. Boreal blade. Klein star is good. We'll grab the regular boreal blade because I might actually be able to do something with it. I'm looking for the water bubble so I can summon this Leviathan. It's supposedly connected to this dungeon. We'll go across this. Yeah. The deeplings are able to deal actual damage to me, which is surprising. I think they get a boost to damage for being underwater, though. Another alchemical bag. Fantastic. An ME source jar, that might be good. Especially because I think with the ME source jar, if I fill it up, it can put source in my world engine if I don't have enough source in it. Tablet of Challenge. I'll take that in case I ever need a raid. Where is this water bubble? We'll get a second ME source jar. Is that another alchemical bag? Fantastic. That's just more inventory space. Beetroot soup. Nothing in that one. We will shoot my bow into this crowd. My bow is incredibly powerful. But arrows don't really work well underwater. Noodle soup, something I haven't eaten yet. Cake, I don't think I've eaten that. Okay. Get out of my way. Okay. There's the lava charm, I don't think I need it. It makes me immune to fire, but I'm not really getting into much fire down here. But I'll grab it just cause there are quite a few bosses that I know of that do mess around with fire. Another alchemical bag. That's so good. They're able to take a couple hearts off of me, and if I didn't have so many hearts, I would have died at least once down here. But it's like so fruitless. They do next to nothing to me otherwise. Okay, I need this explorer's compass, which should be set to the water orb, so that we can go find this thing. Okay, it's straight this way. Alright, now it's over here. I'm gonna assume this is the water orb. No, this is back in the dungeon. Is it above me? It might be below. We'll see. Okay. So it says it's this way. Now it's back this way, which means it's either up or down. And since it spawned me above bedrock when I tried to teleport to it before, I'm gonna guess it's up. Where is this thing? Yeah, I know I got this. And I know I got the gearing up stuff. Let me look at the exploration. Otherworld, Frosted, Arena, either Troll K, Chest, Dungeon. Okay, so that's not going to be helpful. Locate the water orb. So I haven't even gotten to the water orb yet. Does that mean it's super far down, or is it super far up? Give me my small tunnel mine and we will just explode the roof. There we go. I think that's the water orb directly above us. We'll find out. God, I forget how many blocks this thing destroys. I mean, like 4 things of cobblestone. Boom, ba-doom, ba-doom. Okay. I don't know how high up this could possibly be. Like, seriously, this seems insane. It's gotta be down. Because I'm already at, like, 300 blocks up. Yeah, that's bedrock. I just look this... Where is it? It doesn't even give me a vertical. Okay. So yeah, it's straight down. Luckily, I have a feather falling and an add-on that reduces my falling distance by like 6 blocks. So this is no damage to me. We're gonna build, we're gonna mine straight down. Okay, this has got to be the water orb. There's no water in it. Here it is. Tank. Oh, wow, this is massive. No wonder it's a water orb. Yeah, that's big. Let's put a portal right here called Water Orb. Water Orb. Okay. I thought it was gonna be like a little ring, but no, this is big. It's also the ice spider den. Well, this is gonna be fun. I can fight the ice spider too. But first, let's come down here and... That's the altar of the abyss that I need. Let me empty my inventory. That's why I've got so many bags. Okay. Let's do some lock picking. Figure out what's in here. Sea lantern, Celesta gem. Totem of Undying's pretty nice. Zinc. These replica blocks will be really nice once I kill this thing to just take. 1M mega storage component. That's really good. That is really, really good. We're gonna have the Totem of Undying on the hotbar to quick switch into my offhand. From my casting device. Okay. We've got a boss to kill. It's hiding from me. Cast my spell, please. Oh, it summoned whatever this guy is. Yeah, I'm good. This tentacle horror is putting up a fight. Now I'm being grabbed by the Leviathan. Okay, he's got a beam attack. Good to know. Just did escape. Come on, stop running away. Hey, he's dead. Coral golems will now appear in the ocean. Cool. Nice. I think I just killed 2 bosses. But I got the Tidal Claws, and I got the Abyssal Egg, which is what I needed. And I killed it, so I got 55. Exploration. Apparently I'm in the Ice Spider Den. And for Oblivion, I have that. I'll need 2 Resonant Void, which requires the Abyssal Egg, so we'll get to that. And now to run around lootin'. Lootin', rootin' tootin'. And then since apparently we're right here, let's go explore the Ice Spider Cave or whatever. I could fight it again, but actually I just want these blocks. I can take them. Replica's so hard for me to get. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's nice. 31 replica blocks? That's good. Aqua Walkers. Chemical tank that's empty, so that's not very useful, but I'll grab it anyway. Totem of Undying. A trial spawner. Cool. Of what? Oh, the tentacled horror that I fought before. Coolio. I'm blind. Fantastic. Can I be unblind now? Thank you. Stop blinding me. He's now dead, so that means I get the gear over here. Then I can loot this chest. Okay, I got a runic tablet. I need to empty my inventory. Okay, skeleton spawn egg, totem of undying, dark matter. Cool. Constantan we'll grab, and the shulker shell. I can put it on my head. Cool. Alright. I'm really, really slow underwater, and I don't really like it. In real life, I have a phobia of being underwater, but it doesn't really affect me much in video games. I'm lucky that it's not that bad. Another tentacle horror. I assume this thing is supposed to be a difficult boss, but for me it's really not, and all I really get out of it is Nautilus shells. So there's not really a reason for me to fight it. And these chests really aren't that good. I mean, I'm gonna open them all because there's the chance of getting the good gear, like relics or artifacts, especially from these red ones. Yeah. A fluid cow jar. Cool. Infused dragon's breath. Bottles of enchanting, I guess. Sky steel. Okay. I'm gonna guess that goes to the ice cave. So we'll go there in just a second. Gotta finish clearing out this place. Gold cutlass. Flux sword. Fluid transponder. Okay, a respawn anchor. Another source jar. An empty fluid tank. It's like, there's not really a reason for me to grab the fluid tank. Because it's a basic level 1, which means it costs, like, no materials. It's like iron and redstone. Which I have so much of, because I've got infinite being produced in 2 different locations. Basically. Like, it's not exactly 2 different locations, but pretty much. Is that gonna be another tentacle horror thingy? I'm kind of done fighting those guys. They don't give me anything. Be protecting, like, a good chest? No. We'll finish checking up in this other corner. That explains why the tentacle horror spawned in during the fight. I was like, is this boss fight supposed to have 2 bosses in it? But no, I don't think so. Okay. Just so that I am sure of myself that this is full cleared, we're gonna have to fight this guy. Another tentacle horror. Seriously? weak mob. Get off of my face. I got a wet sponge. Singular wet sponge. Fantastic. Totem of Undying. I'll grab the steel pickaxe just to see if there's a quest associated with it. I will grab the phantom membranes, those are hard to come by. And then... pretty sure this is where I was supposed to enter via. That is the end of today's episode of Stoneblock 4. If you did enjoy, please make sure to scroll on down, hit the like button, maybe subscribe and leave a comment, hit that bell to get notified the next time I upload, and hope you enjoy the rest of your day.